Bones are amazing things. They hold us up. They support us. They make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. My name is Jeremy, playing Julian Illix.
This is Johnny, playing Chine North.
This is Aaron, playing Sam Feluge.
This is Ellie, playing Archi.
This is Jeff, playing Jerr Lan.
And I'm Jordan, and I am the Game Master.
Game Meowster.
Meowster. Actually, Aaron came when he showed up at my house today. He had a shirt that was a kitty cat with a D20, and it said Game Meowster. So I'll have to wear that next time. So previously on Bone Throwers Theater, Doom fell from the sky.
Hello, my name is Doom.
Actually, it was more of a parrot, but
We all fell from this guy. So
Yes.
we are Doom.
we are Doom.
Alright, so we're crashed into a mountain
Yes.
that some of us we know escaped from.
Do we?
Some of us made it.
Okay, I actually made it to the bottom.
The only person that we have not seen
Since crashing is Sam.
since crashing is Sam.
Prior to crashing, Sam had been thrown against a wall on the Zeppelin.
Correct.
So it is arguable that Sam may not even be conscious.
Go ahead and make me a reflexes roll. Don't you wait for magic? Don't you? One of your skill involves flying, doesn't it?
I have been able to, yes.
Yes.
It's more like
Control falling.
pushing myself with air.
Fire elementals have done it. Proxies have done it.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and roll reflexes to see if you knock your head on anything, and if you don't, you can probably save yourself that way.
Reflexes,
Correct.
8. No pluses.
No pluses. So you actually.
I almost used my 20 character points to bump one of those, because I have two things with only 2D. And I decided not to, because I wanted to save them in case I needed them. And I'm glad I did.
All 20 of them.
All 20.
Well, he wouldn't have needed all 20 of them to get the plus.
So you do hit your head
Okay.
pretty hard when you hit the back of the thing, but I will allow you to try to fly
Okay.
with minus 1d penalty.
Okay. Do I have a target number, or is it...
Yeah.
Okay. There's a target number. It exists. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
28, 29.
Your target number was 15.
Okay. Almost double. So the last number I rolled on this 6 die was a 1. It has rolled me a 1, a 6, a 1, a 6. So, I think it's done for the night.
So you are able to leap off of the back of the plucky parrot. You realize what's going on, and you run up this steep incline of the deck, and you fling yourself off of the back as it is slaloming right down the downward slope of the mountain.
Okay, so then as I land, I'm going to try to roll. Can I see where the plucky parrot is landing and crashing? If there is anything left of the other Zeppelin, can I see it?
You can see smoke.
I mean, there was a lot of proxies that died. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We know there's violence that happens.
Yeah.
But it can't be always. Well, in this situation, yes, but I was just saying, if they die peacefully, that doesn't necessarily happen.
Yeah, a natural death is different from...
And it also seems to differ depending on their power level.
Yeah.
So can I see where the plucky parrot goes down?
Yes.
I'm going to start making my way in that direction.
Okay. So you landed on the slope higher than the plucky parrot because you jumped off the back. It's going down the side of the mountain. So you're able to walk, but it's really treacherous terrain. It's going to take you a while to get down.
Treacherous terrain because of the snow or because of the...
The snow, the ice, the rocks that have been churned up. The impact has created a lot of loose snow. There's potential for avalanche.
Okay. So I am going to carefully make my way down towards the plucky parrot. But also, I don't have any gear on me. And I know that It's cold. The only way I'm going to survive is if I make it there at some point soon.
Yes.
So how far is it away from where I am?
It's about 200 meters
No, okay.
down the hill. But again, with the treacherous terrain
Yeah.
and everything like that, you're not going to...
But I'm not as worried about like freezing to death because I'm, you know. Can I see anybody moving down there?
A few. Some people are getting out of the gondola and they're trying to put the fires out that are in the remains of the envelope.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna start walking that direction.
Okay. Everybody else, what are you doing inside the plucky parrot as it's sliding down the side of a mountain?
Wait, it's still continuing to slide?
No. We're jumping back to where you
Okay.
Yeah, where I jumped out of the.
change in perspective here.
Well, while it's crashing, Julian's hanging on to the railing and he's...
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm doing while it's crashing, just hanging on.
But as soon as it stops, Julian's going to try and see anybody he can get out of there safely.
That's pretty much exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm hanging on.
No matter, no matter who it is.
You were down with Katara.
Katara, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as the ships crash, first thing I do is take a peek out in the hallway, I guess.
There's a lot of broken glass on the decking from portholes that have been smashed in. You can smell some fuel. There's a lot of screaming and shouting.
Alright, well, I know you and Bear went below the decks. Did you come back to the cabin where we were with Katari, or?
Yeah, we went back to the cabin, but I would think that by now Archie would have ran up to see what was going on.
Okay. Well, I would have asked Bear. I said, Bear, I need your help with Katari.
Okay.
We need to get off the ship and anybody else we can at the same time.
So, on the upper deck, if Archie is coming up, let's say you see Julian and he's frantically trying to lift this beam, and there appears to be a crew member of the plucky parrot that's trapped underneath the beam. And Julian sees Archie come up the steps. He's like, Archie, we need your help!
With what?
This man, he's trapped under here!
Archie looks at the man, looks back at Julian, and says, "Say please."
It's like, are you serious right now? Please, come on!
Okay, since you asked nicely.
I mean, there's this man, his life is in danger.
Go ahead and roll lifting. It's under physique.
Yep. Hey, 2! Because I got a +2.
You're having a hard time moving it by yourself.
Archie's gonna try to lift now.
Okay.
I like how she says it. Archie's gonna try to lift that.
17.
You're able to you push Julian out of the way. You grab the end that he's got, and you just jack it up.
Julian immediately grabs the guy and pulls him out from underneath.
Okay. And his legs are crushed.
Archie's gonna drop the beam.
Okay. And this is not a wooden beam. This is like a
steel beam.
Steel
Yeah.
I-beam.
Archie's gonna frantically look around. Wait, where's Jasper? Oh, okay. And Jasper's right on his heel.
Of course.
Jerr is going to be, after landing and it stops moving, looking for people to help heal, because there's gonna be people with broken things.
Yes. We'll go ahead and we'll do 5 rolls
5 rolls.
to heal like 5 groups of people as you're moving through the ship.
So, what do you want me to roll? My medicine?
Correct.
With your heal others bonus.
If you would like to go ahead and try and triple that, that would be appropriate.
Yeah.
Right,
So
so
a plus 2D.
I'll try the heal others first.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Jeff.
Who are you?
All of us have been rolling ones except for Jeff tonight.
24. So, yeah, that gets me the +2.
Target number is 20.
Who are you? Really? This is not Jeff.
This is the Jeffelganger.
You rolled a 6?
Again, 2 times in a row.
I accept it.
Well, his last roll had like 2 to 3 6s. Like,
But I mean, the wild was a 6.
Yeah.
He always rolls 1s with his wild. He rolls 6s, it's just not on his wild.
23.
Success number 1.
In his element. Fortunately, 4 doesn't count.
Oh, there's Jeff.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 17.
Unfortunately, you're able to heal a couple of the people, but some of them have already expired.
They're no good anymore. Gotta throw them away.
Yep. What? My gosh.
28.
Okay. You're able to heal that group of people. And I'm imagining you're just like literally walking into rooms and just like flinging your hands out and like the water is just like it's like, have you ever seen like the image of a magnet with the polarity on each end? That's kind of like what the water is doing around you, just feeding around you in like these huge arcs, just like passing healing power over everything.
That was number...
That was 3.
3. Got 2 more.
What? Apparently, we just need to get to the 3rd season of the story for Jeff to get all his bad rolls out of the way. My goodness, there's another 6.
25.
Okay, good enough.
Oh, I didn't even re-roll mine. 31. 32.
We get it, you're awesome. 4th roll?
That was 4th roll.
Oh, the 5th roll, final roll?
20.
You're able to stabilize most of the crew. Unfortunately, one of the people who died was the captain.
That sucks. But I was awesome for a little bit there.
You were very awesome. Congratulations. So you're able to heal people, and I'm assuming that, like, Julian and Chine and Archi and Bear are all seeing this. And this is a side of you. They've seen you heal individuals before, but they've never seen you do something
Like healing
like
groups.
like healing, like walking through and like having all this like snow coming in the windows and then turning into water and then spreading out around you into this like wellspring of healing.
Cool.
I'm sure they're rather impressed with it too.
So as people are being treated, Julian's going to evacuate them clear of the wreckage.
Okay.
He's going to find a sheltered place in the side of the mountain and just kind of start to stage people there.
Okay. And it's pretty easy to do. The captain is dead, but you are able to locate the first mate. The first mate takes over responsibilities of making sure everybody is staged properly. So you're getting them there, and then they're doing like the administrative work to make sure that everybody is properly taken care of.
Yeah. So he is going to approach that first mate and be like, anybody unaccounted for? All your men here.
Except for those that died. Because we had 3 pass away, 3 casualties, and we have everybody except those and your friend.
We're missing 1, yes.
All right. Well, we're going to continue. I'm going to take my people, and we're going to continue heading down the mountain.
That's the best bet. Looks like there's a storm coming.
Yeah. So we can leave your friend behind, and you're welcome to come with us.
No, we can't leave him behind. And you guys you're going to take your crew, head down the mountain.
I know that there's a town about 3 days travel to the south, so I'm going to try and get my people there.
Is the ship in danger of blowing up?
It's not in danger of blowing up, but
Okay.
it's not going to. It's not. The structure is not safe to go into.
I was thinking about trying to gather some supplies.
So as he's sitting there talking to the first mate, he's like, alright, you guys are going down the mountain. We can't leave Sam, our friend, behind. So our group, we stand the best chance of surviving this if our group that came aboard your ship, if we stick together. So really quickly, I can kind of figure out if Sam is pretty close. So he's going to reach his hand back up the mountain, and he's going to say to the first mate, it's not what you think. Breathe out on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is his old way of doing things, so it's pretty easy.
And he's also very familiar with Chine.
And that's definitely a 9.
I'd
On
say
2
so.
dice. And then the rest. So, this is the old way of doing things. So, is Sam within, at this point, within 100 meters?
No, Sam is
Because
still...
you originally landed like 200 meters.
Yeah, correct. But
It took some time to evacuate everybody out. So, but still not was within 100 meters.
right, because
Okay.
it's such treacherous ground there. It's going to take them a couple hours to move to where you would
Okay.
be.
So he says to the first man, he's like, it's at least not close. So we gotta try to figure out where he is and go from there. He said 3 days walk, there's a town. See if we see you guys there in 4 days.
That's exactly what I was about to suggest. And so they start gathering up whatever they can in terms of the people and a few like ditty bags that they grabbed as they were getting off the boat. And the crew of the Plucky Parrot, which is about 28 people, start going down the mountain. And you gather up Jerr and Archi and Bear and Katari and Chine.
So what's the plan?
Should we search for him?
At this point, Julian's gonna walk right up and he's gonna pretty much take charge of what they gotta do, and he's gonna say immediately, it's like, Chine and Bear, we need to go search back up the mountain, see if we can find Sam. Sam was at the back of the gondola when this thing went down. So it's probably further up the mountain rather than further down.
Okay.
Alright, I'll stay here and make a shelter.
Yes, make a shelter, make sure Katari is well cared for, and we got some search and rescue to do.
Alright.
And he looks up and he's like, we got about 3 hours before this storm hits.
Alright, come on, Archie. Let's get this shelter going.
By the way, Julian would have found what gear of theirs from the wreckage and brought that out. Because we, in the last scene on the mountain, didn't say they were without any of their gear. So
No.
Everybody had a sledge of some sort.
Well, I turned Tari's
Oh, that's right.
thing into a sledge.
That's right.
and Julian is going to say to Archie, because I'm assuming we found, in the rescue attempt, found the animals as well. And he's going to turn to Archie. He's like, Archie, we could use Jasper to help track down Sam. Would you mind lending it to Bear, and Bear can have both Grizzly and Jasper?
Archie rubs his chin. You're using both. Why
More
is Sam
noses.
so important?
Why are any of us important?
Only Bear touches him. I especially don't want you near him. We have a deal?
I mean, this is the wilderness, this is the wild. I know it. If I need to save a dog, I can save a dog. Probably more than any of these other people.
He's not trying to hurt Jasper.
Archie relaxes a little bit. Alright, fine. Don't physically lay a hand on him.
Only to save his life if necessary.
Yes.
Julian takes a piece of meat that he has in his pack, holds it out to the dog. The dog comes and pats it on the head. He turns and walks up the mountain.
Don't poke the crazy fire person.
Archie's gonna scream in anger. How dare you!
You start hearing snow rumbling a little bit.
Archie stands still for a moment.
Yeah, don't yell. Yelling's bad on mountaintops.
You know what's bad? The fact that I have to spend time with that fool over there.
Well, whatever. He's part of the group, and so are you. So, deal with it until things change.
Is Chime going with him?
Yes.
Yes.
Chime,
Yes.
I trust you somewhat.
Thank you, I guess.
Friend. Let's keep it at that. Acquaintance. Can you keep an eye on my dog, Jasper?
I'll keep an eye on your dog, Jasper.
Archie grunts and walks away. Continues to help Jerr.
I follow after Julian and Bear.
You guys, if I don't have my dog, he's gonna kill him.
There was no dog. There was no dog last time.
Why are you pointing at me?
You said
Just
upstairs are gonna kill him.
Just remember, last time when we were going down the mountain, there was no dogs with us.
Somebody else might have.
Maybe Sam.
Sam might. It's true.
So we got a group that is sticking put, a group that is searching for Sam.
Yes.
And Sam is making my way down the mountain. Can I see them prepping to start heading out? I don't know what the terrain looks like. Is it like, almost like looking down on them, or is it wooded, or is it...
Is it Rockies, or is it the Andes? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of the Andes than the Rockies. Very steep, jagged.
Okay, so that's making it difficult.
Yes.
So if I were to try to walk directly towards them...
Not a great idea.
Correct. But, because there's cliffs, and how tall are the cliffs?
Yes, so there are cliffs, there are drops, there are fissures, like small little gullies. If you tried to just walk a straight line, you might hit a patch where you would fall through.
Okay.
Like, you see, drops that are cliffs that are a good 2 or 3 meters at a pop. So you kind of have to work your way,
Just hover down. Jump forward and just hover all the way down.
Glide.
Glide
do
down.
your Iron Man impression.
No, instead I am using little bursts of air to test the ground and where I'm walking to see if if I'm going to step on a rock, touch it to see if it's going to move, and the same thing if I'm about to step on snow, I'm kind of just using little bursts of air for that.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 29.
Okay. So you're able to pick your way down the mountain, but you're only able to go maybe a couple steps at a time and testing your way as you go. And you're starting to get really cold. You're starting to shiver quite a bit. Teeth are chattering together. Wind is chapping your face. The sun is starting to beat down on you oppressively.
It won't be sunny for
There's a storm rolling in.
Yep.
How cold is it? Is it
It's a high altitude, so the air is thinner than you were used to.
And I'm still about 150 to 200 meters away from the thing. Yeah, I think Sam would honestly just keep moving, trying to stay warm, and probably pushing through the difficulty.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stamina roll.
Yeah, nice. 16.
So you're able to stay up for the most part. You're getting cold, but it's not yet oppressive. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then when we return, we will see what happens on the far side of the mountain.
Phil, as you round the corner of the dungeon, you see a pedestal rise up from the ground. On it is a green glowing potion pulsating with its own light.
I roll to drink the potion.
You don't even need to roll. You pull out the stopper, quaff it quickly, and discover that you're listening to Alzabo Soup, a literary podcast where we become our favorite authors by devouring portions of their brains.
Oh shit, where's my save versus poison?
No. This is a good thing. Now you're getting all the knowledge of people who love speculative fiction, talking about authors like Kelly Link, Jack Vance, Rudyard Kipling, and of course our favorite, Gene Wolfe.
Well, this character's a bust. I should just trouble up this sheet right now.
Phil, we're supposed to be promoting the show at alzabosoup.libsyn.com.
All right, I'm rolling a dwarf.
Or wherever fine podcasts are listened to.
And we're back. Julian, you and Bear and Jasper and Grizzly and Chine, is that correct?
Yes.
Are all making your way up the mountain.
He's just taking me along for the body heat.
In case he has to eat somebody.
No, at this point,
That's what dogs are for.
imagine there's been some headway made with the training and learning. And
Yes, I'm not as inept as I used to be.
You're only mostly inept.
so
Only halfway inept.
we can, say that the dogs have been helping out, or they're sniffing and getting a sense of, they can tell that somebody else or a creature or another living thing is nearby.
Right.
What did you use to give the dogs Sam's scent?
Your gear.
You just had them sniff the bag.
I did not bring your bag. I brought your coat, your jacket, your snow gear.
Okay.
That's some very unnecessary things in it.
Nope, you didn't bring your poison.
All right, so yeah, the dogs are helping, and we get to a spot Well, we can't go any further up the mountain. There's a pretty big fissure in the pathway, 20, 30 yards gap in the pathway. So Julian is going to use his rifle scope to kind of scan on the other side to see if he can see anything on the other side there.
Go ahead and make me a search roll.
Search. 16.
You can see a black form moving against the snow. It doesn't look like they're wearing any cold wear gear. Arms wrapped around themselves, just kind of poking out every once in a while, stopping, sensing, moving forward a few more meters.
Alright, so right next to Chine. He's going to reach his hand out, still looking through the rifle scope. He's like, Chine, 1, 2, 3, breathe out. 1, 2, 3. And definitely got it. 22. And I needed a 9. And it is Sam and Shade.
Yep.
So Julian is going to connect
Who's Shade?
to Shade. Shade, we see you. Well, we see Sam. We don't see you. Keep going straight. You're going to reach a point where you can't go any further. There's a big fissure. You're about 100 yards from us.
Okay. So keep coming that way?
Keep coming that way. We've got your cold gear.
Okay, good, because we're not made for this weather. I'm a city elemental.
Yeah, I understand. And he's going to turn to his like, Bear, put the Sam's cold gear, tie this rope around it. Tie the rope through the carabiner on the pack. And we're going to need you to throw this.
It's 20 to 30 meters?
It's a long
That's a long throw.
Bear is not looking in the same direction at you. He stopped, and he's facing 15 degrees northwest of where you're looking, and maybe at your 2 o'clock. And he's just kind of staring off into the distance up the mountain.
I'm going to say, since Julian, from the start, has been taking Bear out when he goes, he kind of gets the sense that that's not a good thing. He's going to speak in hushed tones. Bear, what is it? What do you see?
I think it's a rider.
A what?
A rider.
Julian turns, looks through the rifle scope in that direction, and says, Chine,
Yeah.
get on that bag.
Okay. I tied the bag up and get ready to throw.
It looks like there is a reindeer with a humanoid form on it, the back, coming towards Sam from the other side of the mountain, like around a crest.
So it's going towards Sam.
Correct.
Julian's going to be like, Shade, you probably should take some cover. You got something approaching you from probably about your 9 o'clock.
What does it look like?
Looks like a antlered creature with somebody riding on it.
Okay.
As long as it's not a pterodactyl.
I will try to hide.
Julian's just going to watch through the scope.
Okay.
Not wanting to fire.
Are there any, like, kind of cavey looking things close by that I can kind of duck into?
Go ahead and make me a perception roll.
Just perception, not search.
You're in a bit of a hurry.
9.
None that you can see. But if you're not careful, you might fall into one.
Are there any, like, parts where two rocks come together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to hide in one of those.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
2 1s and 2 2s.
All right,
You're
Jeff.
covered in snow.
So I got 6.
So you're going to try and huddle down in the lee of
Yeah, because
these
I'm
two
still a
rocks.
ways away from that fissure.
Do I know what kind of creature that is?
You do have some animal knowledge from your wilderness experience.
Well, yes. So, what would that be?
I would see it as
Survival?
like a scholar check.
Scholar.
It's under perception.
No.
No, I'm sorry. It's under knowledge.
Doesn't sound like a lot of dice.
No.
It's only 2 of them.
Sounds like more than one.
But I got a 11.
That's not bad. So You do recognize it as an animal that, common in cold weather.
It's an animal.
It's an animal. You do recognize the reindeer. It's got a shiny nose.
Would you
Say it glows.
So what do I know about this animal? But you said there appears to be someone riding on it.
Correct. So it's large. Large enough for somebody to ride on.
I'm just trying to figure out if there's something I could relay to Shade for how to evade or stay hidden from this creature.
Not really.
And it's headed directly for me?
Correct.
Okay.
In other words, you've been spotted.
Can I see it yet?
Go ahead and roll for it. Perception.
So I just rolled low on the wild, so this should be a 6. 7.
You're starting to hear the hooves hitting the snow.
Okay. I imagine that I also have, my knife and my gun, because while we were on the ship, I don't think we would have gone unarmed.
On a pirate ship? Oh. No.
Right. So I imagine I'm still armed. So.
Darkness. White hillside, just a spot of dark.
Right. Where is he?
Oh, let me guess.
So I will. My other thing is, how long has it been? It's been an hour or so. Sam has been out in this cold.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how much Sam really has clear thinking.
Yeah.
So Julian's going to say to Shade, he's like, Shade, I need to know if that rider's a proxy.
Is the rider a proxy?
No.
No, it's not. It's getting closer. So we have established that Sam is not really thinking clearly. Sam's kind of cold.
Shade's more cognizant than Sam.
So at this point, Shade is you're going to overhear, "Sorry, Sam," and Shade is going to take over Sam's body, which we have established is something that that has happened in times of high stress, and with Sam being all wibbly wobbly.
Mm-hmm.
And Shade is going to make it dark where we're standing.
Okay.
How close do I hear those?
It's not far. It's closing in quick. Only about 20 meters away at this point.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It is dark.
18.
All of a sudden, the sun is gone.
24, 31, 33.
Okay.
Is it still coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, is it like charging or like plodding along?
It's coming at a high clip.
Oh.
It knows exactly how to get down this mountain safely.
So now that there is a dark spot where I'm standing, I'm going to use Vengeful Void to actually kill the thing. Like the tentacle thingy monster thing.
Yeah, I got that thing.
How could you forget?
24, 26, 28. And target 24. So the exact description, let's go ahead and read that.
It's like brawling or something.
Brawling, fighting of 4D, lifting, 5D, 6D physical damage. So darkness grabs an opponent within 5 meters, brawling, fighting of 4D, and inflicts 6D damage.
So you go dark, and you reach out, void style.
Mm-hmm.
The reindeer comes to a halt, and there's you can see a spray of snow just disappear into the darkness. And the humanoid on the back grabs the horns and vaults over right into the darkness.
So brawling of 6D?
4D.
Brawling
of 4D.
60
damage.
damage.
24. Did brawling land?
You manage to connect with what feels like a ragdoll. It's just limp. And then all of a sudden you feel a small tap on your forehead. And the darkness dissipates. And you can see Sam laying on the ground and also a form sprawled out in the snow. And there's a small whirlwind right there.
Did he separate Shade from Sam?
And the whirlwind circles back and hits the ragdoll and it comes back up. They scoop Sam up and throw them over their shoulder in a fireman's carry. And they go back towards the reindeer.
Kaboomy?
No, because we've already established that there was no shots until the other shot.
Yeah.
Which is quite later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess Julian can't do anything.
This is true.
Obviously, at that point, Julian would be like, Shade? Shade?
No response.
Is Shade there? He can sense.
Shade is there, but not conscious.
Oh boy.
So I know it's not real close to us, a way to get across this for us, but can I see how far up or down it is so we can go across?
Well, Julian has an idea of that.
Should I go get the others? Do we go down to the village? Do we go up to try to find a way across and follow them?
Well, story-wise, out of game, we kind of have to stay in this place. Yeah, this spot. We have to, in some way, connect back with Sam.
Yeah.
Yes, because you said you're not leaving this mountain without Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Julian knows that Sam should have made it to their spot at that point. So there had to have been a way that their communication would have happened that Julian knew that Sam should have made it to them by that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot that. Which direction did the ragdoll man carry Sam?
Up the mountain, east, around the mountain.
It was more up and around.
Okay. So, here we go. Julian's going to say, someone's got to go after Sam.
Alright.
Figure out what's going on with this creature. No. Bear.
Yeah.
Let's do this. I know not everybody's going to like it, but this is the best course of action. Bear and Chine head back to the
Cave.
Yeah, back to the cave. And Bear, you want to help?
Uh-huh.
You take Jerr, see if you can reach the first mate before he gets too far down the mountain. Leave me the dogs. I'm going after Sam.
Okay.
So we need to know where that person came from. The first mate knows this area better than we do.
Come here, guys. Okay. Grizzly, Jasper, I need you to go with Julian. Uh-huh. No, you can't eat him, Jasper. No. Help him. I know he's smelly, okay? I smell it too. Just help him, okay? Okay, good. I promise you the bunny when we're done. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright, they'll go with you.
Come on, Bear. Let's get back down the cave so we can make appropriate plans here.
And Julian heads off
Be careful.
with the dogs.
Okay.
Shit, we don't have like walkie-talkies or something.
Yeah, they tried that. Created this ice age we're in.
It worked.
It's got a point. If someone would talk to their elemental, we would have a walkie-talkie. Looking at you, Jerr.
You ain't looking at me.
We're not there yet.
Alright,
So,
going after Sam.
okay. How good is your animal handling?
Middling to 9.
3D plus 1.
Okay. That's
Not
bad.
Not great, but not terrible.
Yeah, not terrible.
That's a median number.
So he's going to track.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the dogs would be good at tracking as well.
Correct.
Can I give Julian and the dogs any bonus to tracking?
They have a tracking of 4D for the dogs.
Does that mean there's no augmentation?
No.
Oh my goodness!
Well, the dogs might be higher.
Jeff, I found your ones!
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, you got a 6 on your roll. Jasper.
I actually got an 8 because it's plus 2.
Jasper did well.
Jasper did very well. Jasper did really well.
24, 28, 29, 30.
That's my boy.
Grizzly.
The snow messed you up.
10. 10 for Grizzly.
These are sled dogs.
Yeah.
But Jasper's got it locked tight. He finds hoof tracks in the snow and starts following that pathway. And they're running silent. All you can really hear is like snuffling and the panting and like the gentle crunch of snow under their feet. And we're going to go ahead and cut down to the cave.
I'm looking over Katari to make sure she's doing alright.
She's getting cold, but she's doing okay.
Alright.
Do you all have you built a fire or anything?
Yes. There's a fire built.
We took wood from the ship. And it was soaked in fuel, so it burns nicely.
Android.
Archie's just standing there on fire.
Roasting marshmallows.
Roasting chestnuts on an open droid. So you have a fire. You're keeping everybody warm. Jeremy broke Jeff.
Share with the group, children.
We're talking about the android being on fire. It's a galaxy note that just bursts into flames.
Doing what we can to keep the wind out.
Yeah.
Come back to the cave, it's just an ice wall.
That was mostly my idea.
I would imagine you would leave like a crack at the top to allow smoke out.
Oh, yeah.
So, back in the cave. So, Sam was abducted.
What do you mean?
We were about to meet up, and this person guy riding on this animal came and took him.
Why him and not the rest of you?
Well, we were kind of separated by this large crevasse in the ground.
Why didn't you stop him?
Bear shows up without
Wasn't
the dogs.
really able to.
Bear. Bear.
Yes.
And without Julian.
Bear.
Julian's going after them.
Archie.
Chime and Bear.
Yes.
Where are the dogs?
They're helping Julian.
With what?
Smelling.
With tracking.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Why does Julian have the dogs?
He asked nice.
Told you, he's not gonna hurt your dog.
Archie clenches his fists and says, well, nothing we can do about it now, I suppose. Maybe he'll get lost and my dogs will come back to me.
One of them is mine.
Yes, Bear. One of them is yours. I apologize.
Thank you.
So, this is what we need to do.
Lunch?
There's lunch on the bottom of the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Archie, you're gonna stay here with me and Katari. We need you to help guard Katari while we wait for Julian to come back with Sam.
Fine.
Jerr, leave me whatever supplies I need to take care of Katari. We need you and Bear to go try to catch up with the first officer. Find out if he knows who these people are.
Okay. What kind of animal was it?
Some four-legged thing. Nothing they have in the city.
That's fair.
Chad would have no clue.
It was
horns.
furry.
Had horns.
Had
Okay.
horns. Guy was riding on it, so it was big enough to ride on.
Alright, come on, Bear.
Okay.
If you can get a hold of them and they have any information, let us know as soon as possible.
Will do.
And if Julian and Sam come back, we'll come down to meet you.
Alright.
Alright?
So off we go.
Yay!
Bear's just having the time of his life, isn't he?
Bear's just generally a happy individual.
As soon as they set off, I'm going to start looking at Katari's cot
Okay.
and see what I can do to put runners on it and make it more of a snow sledge than a city gurney.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and cut back to Sam. You're still unconscious.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, cut back to us.
Make a fighting feast.
Just cricket.
You were unconscious, and you wake up, and you're slung over the back of that animal.
Okay.
You would still hear, like, coming back into consciousness. Well, Shade coming back into consciousness. Would hear, Shade! You're still there. Wake up, Shade!
So how long has it been? I'm assuming it's not been a couple hours.
It's probably been about 20 minutes at the most.
Okay. And so Shade would inform Sam that Julian is still trying to talk. So Shade would reply to you. Julian, I'm here. We were out for a while, but
Yeah, you weren't responding at all. It's getting kind of worried.
I don't know how that thing got the drop on us. Sam's gonna look around, and likewise Shade is looking around. What can we see?
Well, you can see the flank of a reindeer.
Can I move my head?
Yes, you can pick up your head.
Okay, then I'm gonna look around.
You can see lots of snow. You look over to your left, and you can see what looks like the shank of a leg.
What about to the right?
To the right, you look back, and you can see open sky.
Can I see anything about where we're headed, or is all I see?
No.
I mean, you can see like the slope of the mountain going up.
No identifying landmarks. Or
Right, exactly. You can see some boulders and everything like that, but nothing terribly noticeable.
As far as the thing that's riding the reindeer, can I see any part of it at all?
Aside from his leg?
Yeah.
I mean, if you crane up your head around
Okay, so what do I see when I look at the leg?
pants.
Okay, so it looks like a pair of pants.
Yes.
Okay, that tells me something. Am I tied down?
No. You just draped over the rear flank of the reindeer.
Am I still cold?
Yes.
So the body heat of the reindeer hasn't kind of...
Well, I mean, you have a blanket over top of you.
It's warmed you up enough that you're conscious.
Yeah.
And I have a blanket over the top of me.
Yeah. But it's not the winter weather gear that you had previously.
But I'm going to ride it out.
Okay. So you reach the top of the crest, and you go around to the other side. You can feel the individual shift forward. They grab something from lower down on the front of the harness that the reindeer is wearing, and they raise their arm up, and you hear a hiss of gas. You hear an explosion of a flare. Okay. With that, they turn around and they say, "Oh, you're waking up. Our ride should be here soon." And we'll go ahead and end the episode there. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Ellie, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is bonethrowerstheater. You can also look us up on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.